All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to take a word that you probably use all the time without even thinking about it, steal, and we're going to peel back the layers to find a really fascinating story hidden inside.
I mean, we all know what steel is, right? You look it up and you get something like this. A very strong metal made of iron, and so on. Pretty straightforward. It's basic, it's everywhere. But that's just the beginning. This is where things start to get really interesting.
Because buried in the information about this word is this one little line. Steel is on the Basic English 850 list. And when I first saw that, I just had to pause. It just seems so specific, so random, and it immediately makes you wonder, what on earth is the Basic English 850 list? And out of all the thousands and thousands of words in the English language, why would a word like steel be considered one of the 850 most essential? Well, let's dig in and find out. Okay, so to crack the case of steel, we first have to figure out what this list is all about. And that brings us to this idea called Basic English. So, Basic English wasn't just some random list of easy words. No, it was this incredible, ambitious project. The whole idea was to create a super simplified version of English that anyone in the world could learn quickly. It was meant to be a toolkit for global communication.
And here's the kicker. The entire vocabulary was just 850 words. Let that sink in for a second. Most of us know tens of thousands of words. So the challenge was massive. How do you boil down an entire language to its absolute most critical core? And somehow, our word, steel, made the cut.
Which brings us right back to the heart of the mystery. Why? Why was steel considered so fundamental that it absolutely had to be on that list? Well, here's the thing. Steel isn't just a word for a metal. It's a word for a core concept. It represents the whole idea of a strong, foundational, man-made material. You can't really talk about building things or making tools or industry or the very structure of our modern world without a word for something like steel. It's a key that unlocks how we describe the physical world we've built around us. And this example sentence is just perfect. It shows you exactly how practical and common the word is. It's not some abstract industrial idea. No, it's right there in your kitchen. It's something you can touch, something that's found all over the world, which makes it an absolutely perfect candidate for a basic, global vocabulary. And hey, here's a quick, fun aside for you. The English language just loves to be tricky, doesn't it? The word steal sounds exactly the same as steal, to take something. Totally different meanings. It's just a great little reminder of how wonderfully weird language can be. So let's zoom out for a second. We've gone pretty deep on this one simple word. But what does it all tell us about the bigger picture? Really, the story of steel is the story of Basic English in a nutshell. It shows this incredibly powerful idea that if you carefully choose a small set of conceptual tools, like words for fundamental materials, you can actually communicate huge essential ideas. You can build these bridges of understanding across any culture or language. It's all about finding the essential building blocks of conversation.
And so, I want to leave you with this thought to chew on. Imagine you had that challenge. Boil down a whole language to just 850 words. What ideas, what concepts would you choose? What words are so absolutely critical to being human that we just couldn't communicate without them?